KIV also threw the J.J. Watt on his team, which not only helps him bring pressure, but helps him in stopping the run, which a lot of people want, which a lot of the players want to do in this game, because whenever you feel uncomfortable, running the ball is always the safe bet.
You must stop the run to win the game today. Here on offense, we're going to see young KIV first. He's got Johnny Manziel in the shotgun, motions his halfback, looks across the middle, and goes to Calvin Johnson to start things off nice.
And this is going to be interesting. This is a really interesting first drive because, Falls, we're going to get to see what adjustment has Lights Out made to this gun bunch tight end offense that young KIV is running. I'm really curious to see what type of scheme Lights Out has cooked up here.
Lights Out has consistently said he will change his defense specifically for this game as Johnny Manziel's under pressure, but he gets the ball away.
Veteran move by KIV right there to not force a pass in coverage and throw it away, though, with the pressure coming in, and gives himself a fighting chance on a 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 early in this game. Both players looking to establish momentum, get things going. 3 receivers to the left right now. Manziel moving his items, going with the play action underneath, wide open. Calvin Johnson takes a hit but hangs on for the first down.
Nice read right there by KIV. Another thing that's interesting though, Falls, coming into this game, Lights Out says, I like the fact that KIV throws the ball a lot. I'm not really worried about the run, and KIV seems to be falling into that strategy, throwing 3 straight times to open up this game. Let's see if Lights can capitalize.
How will Lights Out take advantage on defense? He looks to bring pressure, and the throw to the flat picks up a couple. Manziel currently 3 for 4 right now for 20 yards, but no balance in the run game. Will Lights Out not have to commit his defenders down there, and can he consistently just look for the pass? We'll see how that shapes out here on 2nd and 6. 3 receivers to the left.
Watch the hitch route.
Oh, and it screams up the middle, and that is Clowney is not joking around right there, and Lights Out gets animated on that big stop, leading to a huge 3rd and 14 coming up.
Look at him, he's shaking his head. He almost shook his headphones right off of his head right there. Lights Out feeling it early in this game, and he's got KIV right where he wants him in a 3rd and pass situation.
Play action, pass off the left. He rolls away from pressure. Manziel can't set his feet, and he gets hauled down one more time. This is as animated as we've seen Lights Out early in a game.
I mean, if you're Lights Out, you need to leave it all on the line. This is 9 years in the making for this young man. He's never been in a Madden Championship Finals or a Madden Challenge Finals. After 9 years, he's finally here, and KIV has only been on the scene for 2 years, so you know Lights Out feels like he has a lot to prove, and he doesn't want to let one of these young bucks take what he's worked so hard to put in to get here.
Lights Out will be out on offense right now. He has Tony Romo as his passer. He made a few adjustments to his lineup, but for Lights Out, he's mainly going to be working with the Lamar Miller and the Rob Gronkowski. Expect to see a lot of them today, along with Lorenzo Neal out there on the right side of that formation. Man coverage look from young KIV. Sends a receiver across. Tony Romo takes the snap in the shotgun, looking across the middle, goes deep downfield, has a receiver, and Herman Moore can't hang on.
It wasn't a great read right there by Lights Out, and young KIV actually caught Lights Out with the bluff blitz. The safety dropped down into the box and then shot back to play his deep zone coverage, and Lights Out fell for the bait and almost threw a costly interception right there.
We've all played these games of Madden on the couch. You think your friend's going one way, you run to the left, he thinks you're going to the right. Right there, Lights Out thought he had a beat on it, but couldn't connect on the pass. 2nd and 10, Tony Romo looking to make adjustments, trying to beat that man coverage, has the wheel route to the left, had it to the right, but he overthrows the pass. Romo, what's his accuracy like in this game?
Romo's usually very accurate, Fralls. I'm surprised he missed that throw right there, and he didn't seem to be under a lot of pressure. Usually pressure is what's going to mess up the quarterback's accuracy in that situation. Just an unlucky break for Lights Out, but he's going to have to fight through it on this 3rd and 10 if he wants to keep momentum of this game.
Tony Romo costing 64 cap value right now for Lights Out's quarterback position. Young KIV spent slightly more, went up to 94 cap value. So you see a little bit of an investment from KIV in his quarterback position, which makes more sense because he tends to pass the ball a little bit more.
Absolutely. Good point, Falls.
Romo on a 3rd and 10 after Lights Out took over from a punt, trying to find a way to move the chains here, has a route, and Mike Evans hangs on to the pass and moves the chains.
Yeah, young KIV is not feeling that one. He felt like he had Lights baited right there. There was a defender right in the vicinity, but big Mike Evans goes out and makes a play. That is very fortunate news for Lights Out.
First completion of the day for Lights Out sits at 1 and 3. 1 for 3 right now for 13 yards after that pass. Let's see if he starts to get this ground game established right here. And he does. He tries to go off the right side with Lamar Miller. Breaks a nice juke. Broken tackle over midfield.
Nice, good run right there by Lights Out. And if you're getting that big of a hole on the run game, you got to make KIV show you that he could actually stop the run game. If I'm Lights Out, I'm looking to get a little bit more of that into my game plan rather than airing it out against this amazing secondary that KIV has on his roster.
Running the ball here, protecting him from those aggressive J.J. Watt, Jadeveon Clowney choices on the defensive line for young KIV. Here, as Lights Out hands off the rock, gets to the edge. Will he juke back inside? He does, and he picks up 7 yards there on first down.
There you go, Lights Out. Good adjustment right there, and goes with the halfback base out of the tight formation, which is usually a formation people like to pass out of, Falls. So giving KIV a look he might not be used to. I like the adjustment by Lights.
2nd and 3. Tony Romo approaching field goal range, leading Lights Out, and these jets down the field. Lamar Miller uses that speed to get to the corner, picks up the first down, and goes safely out of bounds. 3 for 26 right now for Miller on the ground.
And that was good stick work by Lights. The defensive end played off of the block, was waiting there, but Lights Out reading that, got to the numbers, got outside, and was able to outrun them and pick up the first down. Great stick work and recognition by Lights right there, Falls.
Tony Romo making his adjustments one more time right here. Has the route across the middle, but he waits on it. Goes deep downfield. Rob Gronkowski hangs on in traffic for the touchdown. 7-0 Lights.
I was mad at him that he missed the underneath route open, but forget about it. If you're just going to throw it to the Gronker and get 6, why not? Especially when you've been waiting 9 years to get here, and that's how you want to start the game. A stop and a score. Lights Out has to be extremely happy with his performance so far.
All that preparation, all those adjustments paying off big time now for Lights Out as he stops Deion Sanders. That's some nifty moves out at the 24-yard line. If you're young KIV, do you stay in the air or do you try and go to the ground game a little bit? You didn't take all that much time on your first drive, but you want to get that rhythm going.
Yeah, part of being a veteran is knowing your opponent, and the KIV, I don't know if he has the experience to realize Lights Out went and labbed everything that you did. So did KIV find something to give him another look than he's used to? And it looks like he may have as he's in the gun split close, which we haven't seen much of from KIV so far.
The receiver back upfield trying to find a way, and he accidentally rolls out of bounds, RG. Is that an experienced mistake?
Oh my goodness, I think the youngster is getting a little nervous out here, Falls. The veteran is on his neck.
He's trying to focus, trying to lock back in right there after a mishandled movement with the quarterback, and the pressure comes in, and he can't get the throw off right there. Manziel 3 for 5 right now for 20 yards, but not many first downs, not much momentum going on for young KIV as he starts to think, what can I do to get this 3rd and 17?
Yeah, not at all. Lights Out is looking to put KIV's lights out early in this one. This is a big 3rd and 17 for the KIV.
Sends Moore out to the right, the big receiver who can go one-on-one with the best of them. Manziel rolls, gets time, goes downfield, one-on-one, Lights Out, clicks on, and Herman Moore hangs on one hand for the first down. A huge play right there for KIV.
And that's a big play for KIV. Like you said, if you got a Gronkowski Lights, I got a Herman Moore, and we can go pound for pound if you like. Way to get yourself back into it, KIV.
Looking for the play that he had so much success with early in this event as Manziel calls the underneath pass to Cooks. Picks up a nice little gain, keeps that momentum going after that big play. How much of air, just a deep breath from KIV right there after that long pass downfield, flip field position, feeling positive.
Remember, Lights still gets the ball at halftime, up 7. KIV is not going to be feeling fully relieved or back into this game unless he gets in for 6 on this drive, Falls.
Manziel rolling out of the pocket, playmakers back upfield, and Neal hangs on in traffic. RG, what is the playmaker? How does it work?
The playmaker is a mechanic that users can use, Falls, to send the closest receiver to them in any direction that they want. They use the right stick to dictate what direction they want the receiver to go in, as long as they're holding the left trigger. And a lot of users like to use that when the play breaks down and you need to make an impromptu read. You send the receiver to the open spot on the field, and that's what KIV did right there.
A little bit like when you guys are out in the schoolyard right there. You see your boy running down the field, and you tell him, let's take it upfield. That's how the playmaker works, and he used it to perfection right there. A very, very skilled player is KIV. That playmaker takes a lot of wherewithal to know where all your players are on the field.
The playmaker was a good pass, but I should call out, he threw it off of his back foot. He's thrown a couple passes off his back foot. He's ran out of bounds, bugging out with Johnny Manziel. I think KIV is a little bit nervous right now, just looking at his quarterback play so far in this game, Charles.
Manziel looking, trying to find a way, goes one-on-one to Herman Moore, backflip! Doesn't hang on, and Rod Woodson celebrates after putting Herman Moore on his back.
And that was a gully celebration animation. You see him showing some muscle after the big hit right there. And again, another third down for KIV. Let's see if Lights can finally make him pay on third down, because I believe KIV already has at least 2 third down conversions on this drive alone.
3rd and goal. Will he go to the corner? Will he find that Brandon Cooks we highlighted earlier in the game? He's used him before in these moments. Let's see where Manziel looks across the middle. Nope, one-handed, and it falls to the turf.
And that was, like we said, lights out, world-class preparation. We've seen a lot of our competitors looking for that high pass post route over the middle of the field. The high pass, obviously, a mechanic users could throw to get it over the defense. But Lights drop multiple people into the middle of the field, and you see KIV throwing into double coverage and having to take 3 because of it.
The kickoff downfield will be taken by Rod Woodson out of the end zone. Lights out wearing those Jets uniforms, representing his hometown, New Jersey, all the way the home state where Lights Out hails from. The preparation, what will it be on this drive? He can really take command of this game. He's up 7-3. He gets the ball at half. The world is his oyster.
Yeah, it's a big drive right here for Lights. Every drive's going to be big when it's 5-minute quarters, and we're talking Madden championship falls, so he needs to keep it together, because KIV can grab a whole bunch of momentum if he was to get a stop here.
Romo with the fake, hands off this time, and Lamar Miller goes to the right, pancakes. Mike Evans grabs another block, and Lamar Miller could go all the way. Touchdown, Lights Out. Hyped.
Ooh, don't let it all out now, Lights, man. He's getting excited, and he has reason to do so, but there's a lot of time left in this game. But this is how you want to start out, especially when going up against an offensive juggernaut like young KIV.
Was KIV looking for the run right there at all?
I do not think so. You saw all his players getting pancaked, and that's usually a sign of meaning the defensive user has dropped more than, I believe it's 8 defenders into coverage. So KIV obviously trying to sell out for the pass right there and paid for it dearly, Falls.
KIV not looking for the run right there. Lights Out surprised them, but Deion Sanders is trying to get all of it back right there on the return. And let's see if KIV can respond. When you give up a big play, what does it feel like in a tournament? You work so hard for your points, and then you give up that big play. You got to take right back over. What can you do to be ready?
Yeah, he just, well, you just need to stay focused on the task at hand, Falls. He's still very much in this game. Even if he gets 3, it's still a 1-possession game. So he just needs to focus on getting the ball into field goal range, taking his time, and executing.
He does it right there with Herman Moore. Young KIV at -7 rushing yards. He's been all about the air attack today. Lights Out said earlier before the game he was only really going to look out for the passing attack. That is KIV's weakness, he stated. He's only going to have to look out for the pass. Let's see if the pass works out for KIV here. No, he throws the ball away. We got a flag on the play.
Intentional grounding.
Threw the ball away, no receiver in the area. He was still in the pocket. It cost him a down and 10 yards right there. Is the pressure getting to KIV a little bit?
I mean, KIV, there was nothing he could do right there. He was locked up. The route that was about to get open. Lights did a great job of lurking it and taking it away, and KIV folded under the pressure.
Manziel, the pressure coming in, checks down underneath to Neal, who just goes straight out of bounds. No fancy moves right there. Gets a whole chunk of it back. Makes it a manageable 3rd and 9.
And that's a good check down right there. Not trying to get it all back in one shot. That's what you need to do, especially when you're going up against a player the caliber of Lights Out.
And if you're KIV, your eyes are on that Clowney on the defensive line. You're looking out for him. He's been causing pressure all game long. You got to find a way to pick him up. What you do right here, and as the pass comes across the middle, Lights Out catches it. Interception, taken over midfield. He stood right there. Lonnie Ballentine, who else? A little budget player right there, known throughout the Madden community. Lonnie Ballentine right there, standing in perfect position. Lights Out takes over.
And it's crazy how Lights Out predicts these things. He said Lonnie Ballantyne's going to have a big game for me, knowing that young KIV likes to air it out. And Lights Out is in full control right now, and that 9 years of hard work seems to be paying off for him.
Lamar Miller is too tough right now as he picks up another first down. He's got just 5 carries on the day, but he's already well over 119 yards with a score.
And Falls, 9 years of hard work, that's a lot of fire in your heart. And you can see it from Lights Out after he makes every play. It's like he's finally getting to breathe this fire that he's had inside him, getting it out of his system. Hopefully he saves a little bit in there, though, for the rest of this tournament, because we got a long way to go.
Motioning over his receiver, he's going to hand off again.
Oh,
Lamar
no.
Miller breaks the tackle, but J.J. Watt hustles down and is able to finally slow down the run game right there.
And that's a huge play if you're KIV, because you knocked Lights out of field goal range, which is huge, because if Lights was able to get a field goal out of this, even if KIV got 3, it would still be a 2-possession ball game. Lights desperately wants to get a field goal at the very least in this situation, Charles.
Motions Gronkowski, who's had a big touchdown catch earlier in this game, all the way out on the solo side. Will he go back to him one-on-one? No, he goes to Herman Moore. Rack catch, touchdown. He caught it right in motion. Just kept his momentum going right on into the end zone, and this one is getting nice for Lights.
Oh my goodness, Herman Moore was 7-11 on that one, open all day long. You could see it developing from a mile away, and Lights Out is in the zone right now, Falls.
Looked like KIV was very concerned with Gronk one-on-one, left Herman Moore, but he is just as dangerous right there as Herman Moore as he takes it across to make it 21-3 as we approach the 2-minute warning in this game. As we said, young KIV spent big at the cornerback position. He has 3 golden tickets. These are the best guys in Ultimate Team. Cromartie, Deion Sanders, and they just can't hang with it. But here KIV picks it right back up, trying to grab some points before the half.
And there's his Cooks. I think that's the second catch I've seen from Cooks. And like I said earlier in this tournament, we saw a lot of Brandon Cooks getting busy for KIV. Let's see if he can start to work him into that offense like he has been.
Check down underneath. You don't see Lorenzo Neal drop many passes, but he lets one go right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had Cooks open again, but he went to Neal. If I had to pick between Cooks and Neal, I'm trying to get the ball in the hands of Cooks, but he was open. You expect Neal to hold on to that one, but when you don't got the greatest catch rating, that's the type of risk you got to deal with.
He's got a very nice neck roll, looking good here in Madden 16. Unfortunately, not paying off for KIV. Having him in the salary cap lineup, we'll see if he can get him involved later in the game. 2nd and 10 right here. Calvin Johnson always has a chance to make a big play, but he goes underneath. He's actually going to be able to pick up a block as Cook spins, and there it is. It's going to be a 3rd and inches, a huge play coming up right here. No, they give him the first down, and he goes, hurry up, trying to get some tempo, some rhythm going.
Yeah, especially, and you know, you're down 3 possessions. You need to speed this game up and start getting some points on the board.
Will Manziel have the time? Will Lights Out send the pressure? Will he bluff the pressure? We'll have to see how it goes down right here on first down as Manziel looks and the pressure loops in and he's under pressure, nowhere to go.
Wow. And young KIV just emotionless right there. You got to wonder what is going through his head. Does he have the experience to deal with this type of adversity, Charles? I don't think so. I don't know where he would have got it from, and things are not going well for him right now.
Another underneath pass. The ball is out with a hit stick fumble. Sean Taylor recovers, and Lights Out takes over.
Oh my goodness, Lights Out is looking to make a statement right here. He is playing phenomenal, Falls.
Lights Out, after an unsuccessful run in the Madden Challenge, made his way back through tough trials and tribulations. He showed up to the Madden 16 championship and blew out Skimbo, the Madden 16 runner-up in the Madden Challenge, proving he was back and ready to go, and he has kept that momentum rolling throughout this tournament as he looks to grab at least 3 more before the half.
And I should call out, Falls, the hit stick on the drag route. Drag routes are really hard to defend, especially in Madden 16. They're hard to defend in the NFL as well. And the way you got to make people pay that run those drag routes is you need to come down and punish them with a big hit, and that's exactly what Lights did on that last defensive possession.
Romo looks across. He goes downfield one-on-one again. Herman Moore!
Oh, no. Almost.
How has Lights built his salary cap defense? It's Ultimate Team, so you don't actually use all the Jets players. You get to kind of pick some of the items that fit your style. You go through the whole way. What ratings is he looking for? Is he looking for that hit power? Is he looking to try and deliver those blows?
You're usually looking for a combination of hit power, speed so you can keep up with your opponents, and good man and zone coverage ratings, Falls. To me, those are the most important ratings when you're looking to build a defense and from the secondary level.
He's built a very nice defense, and it's paying off for him right now as he's holding the high-powered KIV offense.
Wow.
And he's also doing a pretty nice job on offense for himself. He's mixing up the run game. He's got Tony Romo being very efficient, just crossed the century mark right there. 4 completed passes for 100 yards. Mike Evans, 2 catches on the day.
Wow, this is amazing. You know, I believe the winner of this game plays the winner of the Serious Mo Stiffmeister game. And you know they got to be watching closely at Lights right now because he looks like a phenom on the sticks. Call him the Undertaker.
KIV going with some pressure, gets in that J.J. Watt, Jadeveon Clowney combo on his defensive line. Can they get going? Can they start to bring some pressure to take Lights out of his game? Lights Out maybe look to slow things down here.
And if you're KIV, I do need to mention, you desperately need to hold Lights to a field goal right here, Falls. 21 points is manageable, especially for elite players, but anything more than that in one half of football is going to be almost impossible to overcome when you're going up against a player the caliber of Lights Out.
He's doing his best right here to hold him to a field goal. He did a nice job there on 2nd down. He's using his timeouts. He says, I want the ball one more time before this half is over. We'll see if Lights Out decision here is to keep it on the ground or risk it and put it in the air.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting play.
Romo, 3 receivers to the left. He's got a blocker in the slot right there in Brewer. Not his biggest threat, but he also has Gronkowski, Evans, and Moore, 3 guys you don't want to meet in this game right here. He playmakers, he tries to find the space, and he gets a wide open dot to Rob Gronkowski. Have you seen that play before?
I've seen 4 verticals before, but I don't know if I've seen it run like that. That was a nasty play by Lights, and you see, and he gave a little stinger. Woo! After that play, he is fired up, Falls. He's leaving it all out on the line, and that's what you got to do when you're playing at the Madden Championship.
As a guy who's prepared for big tournaments, RG, when you put in all that time and then you show up and your game plan actually is delivering exactly all the work you put into it, I mean, is that how it feels?
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling knowing that when you come into the game, knowing that you felt that you've prepped for all possible scenarios, and then to see it all play out, like I said, it's that fire in your heart that you know you've put all this work in and you feel prepared, and this is your chance to finally reap the benefits. It's an amazing feeling, Falls.
KIV will need to grab some points before the half ends if he wants to get back in this game right here. Johnny Manziel looking, goes underneath, grabs Herman Moore, picks it up, and he gets out of bounds. Some nice work right there to manage the game and take it up to midfield.
There you go, Kiver. If you could get some points before the half, you can overcome this adversity. You're going to have to play the best half of Madden football you ever played, but it's not out of the question. But you got to try to make something happen here, in my opinion, and that's not making something happen, Falls.
Right there, KIV can't get the ball out before the pressure loops in right there. 5 sacks on the day for the Jets, and Lights Out.
And Gibbs has talked about this earlier throughout the week. One thing Lights Out does amazingly is he mixes up his defense really well, but he always sets up his defense the same way. So he'll give you a 2-man under look that's set up the same exact way as his zone blitz crossfire look, and it's really hard to make a pre-snap read. He forces his opponents into making post-snap reads to beat his defense, and that could make things a lot more difficult when you're moving the ball on offense.
3rd and 12 right here, 24 seconds on the clock. The play from midfield for young KIV. Trails right now, 28-3, looks across, trying to get deep, trying to go there. And Calvin Johnson picks up the first down at the 37. He has no timeout right here. He's going to need to get some tempo in his offense.
He's going to take a shot. He's going to take a shot to the end zone, and you know Lights Out has to be prepared for that. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him go to a quarters 3 deep type of look here. No, he's staying in the dollar.
We'll see if he looks to go to one of his big targets downfield. Calvin Johnson, Herman Moore goes downfield. He's going to have one-on-one. He throws on the run, cooks underneath. Can he get in? No, but he gets out at the 2-yard line. 2 seconds left, 3-yard line right there. An amazing underneath read. Didn't risk it for going to the end zone.
I don't know if it was smart or not. We'll find out right here. But way way to keep the suspense going in this first half, Kiv, and he's just going to take 3. So much for that suspense. But that was a big play right there. If it's me, I probably would have got selfish and tried to go in for 6, seeing I'm down so many points.
28-6 right there. A great half of football from Lights Out. All that preparation, all that skill coming together here at the Madden NFL 16 Championship live from downtown LA and RG. You got to feel for a guy like Lights Out right now. He's feeling it. He's having fun out here. He's representing the whole Madden Daily crew here at EA Play. What a half of football from him.
Yeah, that was an amazing half of football from Lights Out. Now, if you're young Kiv, he talked about how Serious Mo and Problem have been mentoring him for this tournament. Let's see what advice they have given him for this situation, because those are 2 guys that I have seen. Problem for sure, we saw almost make a comeback, went down 21 points against Skimbo last year in the Madden Challenge. Hopefully he had some good advice for Kiv for this specific situation, and hopefully Kiv can put that advice into action in the second half.
Let's see how we got here. We had Lights Out start things out early with a big pass downfield to Gronk.
Yeah, and that was after forcing Kiv to punt on his first possession.
It wasn't all Lights Out, though. Herman Moore got involved with a one-handed catch right there that moved him downfield before he settled for 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is all lights out in
From
this
here
half.
on out, it's Lights Out with some great blocking. Lamar Miller just getting to the edge, and as they say, get to the numbers.
Absolutely. Look at the emotion. I love it.
Raw emotion right there. Later in the half, the underneath route is lurked. He grabs it, takes it back, and the turnovers are just something you can't have here at the Madden Championship if you want to win games. Herman Moore stacks on, starts to rub it in, makes it 21-3, and then he had one more before the half, went downfield to Gronk. Nobody saw it coming. 28-3, his second score of the day for Big Gronk.
Oh my goodness, this is just an amazing half of football for Lights, and you got to hope that he saves some of this for the next round if he's able to advance. Like I said, this is 9 years in the making for this young man, Falls, and he is leaving it all out on the line, as he should be.
Young Kiv on defense will need to try and get a stop right here. We'll see if Lights Out looks to slow down the game. Oh, and the blitz almost comes in, but he just avoids it right there.
Yep, and something that's interesting is Lights Out still has his lab partner in this tournament in Stiffmeister, who will be playing Serious Mo in the next game. And you know that Stiff is going to be rooting hard for his boy Lights, but Kiv also, you know, he labs with Serious Mo and Problem, so they're still pulling hard for him. So this is pretty much a battle of 2 crews right here early on in the tournament.
Looking to see who can take the upper hand here in the Madden NFL 16 Championship. 2nd and 13. Tony Romo goes off the edge. A run that worked earlier, but Kiv's starting to make those adjustments, starting to show why he does belong here and how he made it through group play with a 3-0 record.
Yeah, and this is a big 3rd and 15 for Kiv. If he could start this first half exactly like how Lights did, by forcing Lights to punt, Lights started the first half by forcing Kiv to punt. If Kiv can first force Lights to punt here, he can get himself right back into this game as long as he can get that offense to start working potently.
He needs those 3 outstanding secondary players to pick up the slack here on 3rd and 15, and the Jadeveon Clowney, who else, screams in and takes down Tony Romo. A good start to the half right there for Kiv.
Yeah, good start for Kiv. And Lights, I think he did the right thing, though. He's up a lot of scores. He came out, he tried to run the ball. As you can see, he's not in a rush here. He's trying to take time off of the clock and slow the game down. But Kiv isn't worried about any of that, and he did his thing to force a punt right here.
What type of adjustments do you think Kiv made at the half? I know they're not allowed to talk to their squad mates, you know, kind of their mentor back there during the half, but what would Problem or a guy like Mo tell them? Guys who have been in these events, guys that have gone through losses or gone through tough halves, what would somebody like that tell a guy like Kiv during the half?
It's common sense. What I would tell him in this certain situation is, you know, he wants to run the ball. He's just trying to get the clock to keep moving. So you got to sell out in those 1st and 2nd down situations, to not let him run the ball and put him in those 3rd and long situations. And that's exactly what Kiv did there to open up the half.
Perhaps spray some water on his face right there, get him back, thinking positive, because Brandon Cooks can't hang on. Almost perhaps should have gone with the possession catch right there. It's a way you can actually drag your feet on the sideline.
Yeah, exactly, a possession catch. If you hit the A button, your receiver will trigger a possession catch type of animation that ensures that you just make the catch and get your feet in bounds.
brand new to Madden 16 right here. Johnny Manziel on the play action, trying to playmaker, find a way to get Brandon Cooks in the pass lead right there. Was dynamic. How did he lead that pass right there? KIV has some momentum. He's got to stop. He's got to score. The pressure shifts to lights out as he's going to get the ball back here.
Exactly. Look at KIV. Look at him. He's fighting. I like it. He's angry. That's what you got to do, KIV.
You don't come all this way. You don't miss your own high school graduation to show up to the challenge, show up to this championship and go down. You fight, you go for two right here. You try and make it just a two-score game. Manziel looking across the middle, has it. More!
Wow, and that's big because now we only got ourselves a 14-point game with 3 minutes left in the third. If you thought KIV was done, think again. He's right back in it.
Woodson trying to bring this kick back, get some field position. Pressure tightening up on lights out. Lights are back on for KIV right now.
Oh, lights are definitely back on for KIV right now, Falls. Well said. And lights out has to be feeling the pressure right here. It's going to be interesting to see if he continues to try to move the ball on the ground, or does he just say, forget that, I'm just trying to move the ball at this point to prevent KIV from getting any more momentum back.
Some of the biggest emotion we've seen actually from KIV this tournament. Most of the time looking very calm, looking like he's actually disinterested in the game. He's just so focused, so locked in right now. But right there, he finally celebrates. He had that fumble earlier. He wants that back. Romo looking deep downfield. Nope, instead checks down to Evans and picks up the first down.
That was really good read progression by Lights. Everything was picked up. I didn't know where he was going to go. All of a sudden, that far right in route, dig route starts coming across the field, and that had to be like a third or fourth read on that play, and it takes a really good Madden player to check down that far.
Extremely high level of skill going on right here at the Madden NFL 16 Championship, live from EA Play. We're in downtown LA as Lamar Miller tries to find some space up the middle. We started with 16. We got down to 8. One already went home in game one. Young Hollywood was defeated by I'm Wild, the Cinderella Kid. Almost turned into a pumpkin 2 days ago, but instead he moves on to the next round. Lights or KIV fighting for that right to go join them in the the final four.
There's something about Wild and Cinderella being named in the same sentence that just is hilarious to me, Falls.
Goes underneath.
What a Oh, KIV wanted the interception. He's not happy about that.
Was looking for the pick. Pass lead couldn't get far enough out in front right there of the receiver. 3rd and 8 coming up right now. Clock stops, more importantly for KIV, as he trails by 2 scores, but he has momentum on his side here in the second half.
Yeah, he's definitely grabbing some of the momentum for the youngster.
He's got Gronk out to the right. We've seen Gronk be used on crucial 3rd downs right here. We'll see if Lights Out looks to go to him. Perhaps tries that. Evans has been very popular in this event so far. Romo, patience. Patience has all the time. No. Pass leads, and he gets the catch, and KIV is visibly upset that he was able to hang on to that pass right there.
Yeah, he is very angry. It didn't look like a great read right away, but Herman Moore goes up and makes a monster play for Lights Out, and that is huge because it puts him in field goal range, what's going to allow him to make it a 3-possession ball game. That was a huge play for Lights Out.
Even Lights Out after that one, shaking his head, but the most important thing is he converted on that down right there and puts himself in a big position. KIV wants the fumble right there.
If KIV causes a hit stick fumble and takes it back to the crib, he might just run straight through a wall at this point. You can tell he is angry and aggressive right now. Look at the face on young KIV in the bottom left of your screen.
Lamar Miller, his rushing yards have gone backwards during the last 3 drives for Lights Out, as it's been mostly an air attack. Started early, did Lamar Miller in this game, but he has to establish this thing if Lights Out can finish off the job.
Light's going to pass here. Let's see if KIV jumps the drag. He did. He's
Romo trying to roll out of the pocket. Goes with the playmaker back upfield and thinks better of it, throws the ball away. A veteran move.
Yeah, and that's good defense right there by KIV. And I was going to say, Lights might have been better off just running 3 straight times, taking as much clock as he could out of this 3rd quarter and taking 3. But when he tried to run the ball and KIV hit-sticked him and almost forced a fumble, you know that might have messed with Lights' psyche a little bit, which could have forced him to pass right there.
Great stick work up the middle from KIV right there. Got his defender into the backfield, almost able to force the fumble. You know, everybody backstage was yelling when that happened right here, as the action is intense and the tension in the back is super, super tight. Everyone's wearing their emotions out here today. Everyone has their guy. Everyone's rooting. Everyone wants to see whether the young guy can get it or if the veteran with all that prep time is going to make it out of this round.
I like that play call from Lights. Let's not do anything risky. He has Brandon McManus, who I believe has 99 kick power, so this is going to be a chip shot for him. Let me take some time off the clock and get 3 right here. I like the call to run the ball on that 3rd down if you Lights out. Very veteran move.
We're going to see if he has the leg for the field goal. He's got McManus. 50-yard field goal here on 4th and 12. He's using all of the clock. It ticks down. McManus delivers the kick, and it is good. It makes it a 17-point game. After that long pass downfield, that might have been the backbreaker for KIV.
That was a tough play for KIV, but I don't know. KIV, I really like this youngster's attitude in this second half. He is discouraged, but he is still fighting and leaving everything out there on the line, and he still has enough time to get back in this game, especially having 3 timeouts still.
Manziel has his receivers to the left. He sends Moore over to the right. Looks like he's going to use play action here. Picks up some pressure. Manziel one-on-one downfield. Herman Moore gets his, breaks the tackle, and Rod Woodson can't survive. And every time Lights Out has gone downfield, KIV has responded with a one-on-one downfield pass of his own, and it's been working.
Oh, yeah, Falls. It is definitely working. And the crazy thing is, if KIV is able to score before the end of this 3rd quarter, he's even down less than 14 points. He's going to only be down 10 points, I believe, going into the 4th quarter, which isn't a bad place to be, seeing how this game has gone for him so far.
He's fighting for his championship life right now. He's down, but not out of it yet. KIV trying to find a way to punch it in before the quarter ends. He goes up, and it may have been intercepted, but instead swatted just before.
Yeah, that was a risky throw into coverage right there. That could have been the end of KIV's tournament run had Lights clicked on and picked it, but nonetheless, a break for KIV, and he's still in it.
Still in it to win it right now is young KIV, using that popular formation with 3 receivers off to the left. Able to beat zone, able to beat man, picks up the pressure. Manziel rolls, he's got the playmaker underneath, doesn't throw it, does throw it, and Moore almost picks up a 1st down.
That was good defense by Lights. He just needed to be a little bit tighter on that playmaker route, but we find ourselves in the 3rd and 1, and KIV still doesn't run the ball.
He sneaks out to the flat, he had him wide open, instead goes to Cooks, the man we mentioned before the game as his favorite target, who had a monster day in the group stage where KIV went 3-0. And now he is down to the 1-yard line, trying to punch it in and get right back in this thing.
Man, that boy KIV does not like to run the ball, Falls. 3rd and 1, and he's still airing it out.
Tosses it out, and he gets to the edge. Robinson.
Anytime you throw a toss to number 89, it's got to be somewhat questionable, right?
Looks like he knew something Lights Out didn't know right there. KIV scores, makes it 31-21.
Lights takes a sip of water. He's got to be feeling that hot seat right now. 9 years of work, and you don't want to let it go to waste in a game like this. If you were to let KIV come back into this game and make it 1 possession, that would be devastating for Lights, and he would really be feeling the pressure then.
Explain the mentality. He's got a 10-point lead, but the pressure is all on him right now. Sometimes when you get out early, it's like, I got to just keep pace, but it almost feels like even though you're winning, it's on you.
Yeah, you're a lot more comfortable in this situation if you feel like you can have success running the ball. But besides the big breakaway run that he had for Lamar Miller, Lights Out's run game has been pretty non-existent, especially in this second half so far.
And there's Miller, and there he goes! Rob Gronkowski, can he pick it up? Yes, he can!
Shut up, Archie!
Lamar Miller, and credit to the banana. Lights Out ate before the game. He said that potassium was going to help keep those thumbs spry. He said it, and he forget it right there with some amazing stick work.
Oh my goodness, I call out his run game, and it's like he almost heard me and just told me to shut up and punched me in the mouth with that run. Oh my goodness, that was huge, and that's how you stand right back up for yourself if you're Lights Out.
And the pressure now shifts to KIV. What a play from Lights Out right there, staying patient, staying committed to the ground game. He switched up the run he was using, and it looked like KIV got stuck in the line of scrimmage, wasn't able to contain.
Yep, he wasn't able to keep that outside containment, and that's what killed him right there, Frals. And more importantly, That is a huge morale killer. You fight so hard to get yourself back into this game. You have the mentality of, I'm about to put him under pressure, and then he just busts one for 6 right away on his first play. That's extremely frustrating for the youngster.
He's given up 2 big plays. He's had 2 big turnovers. He's been moving the ball pretty well otherwise, but those plays right now, the biggest difference in this game. Lights out, in the Jets lead 38-21 over KIV and those Seattle Seahawks representing his hometown. Manziel adjusting, flipping the play, trying to get his guys lined up and orchestrated for the snap of the ball. He picks up the pressure, he rolls away, trying to find space, finds it, and it's dropped. The interception is dropped, and Lights Out felt the game potentially right there being over.
It looked like that route got open for a split second right there. He hesitated, and Lights with a nice click on to switch to the safety and almost get the user interception.
The pressure is picked up, but he doesn't have a ton of time right here as Clowney's chasing him down. He goes underneath, but unfortunately heads out of bounds.
Oh man, Lights really looking to put KIV away on this drive. KIV needs to make something happen.
3rd and 14 right now. 37-yard line. Not a ton of time to spare right here. He has his timeouts, but he'll have to get the tempo going. Definitely 4-down territory here in the Madden 16 championship for KIV.
Yeah, this is without a doubt.
Motions more across the field, takes the snap. The pressure gets picked up by the halfback, but Clowney says, "Get off me," sack lunch.
And KIV is too focused. You can tell he's just got his eyes downfield. He could have easily stepped to the right in the pocket and bought himself more time. Instead, steps to the left, right into the pressure, and that is just not world-class pocket presence right there from young KIV.
4th and 23, one more shot for KIV to keep it alive in this game. He's gonna motion it over, he's gonna have time, he's gonna wait, he's gonna go downfield on the curl, and it is intercepted right there by the Jets, by Lights Out, carries it back into field goal range, and he celebrates as this could be the deciding pick in the game.
Yeah, I think that's going to be all she wrote in this game. I mean, you still got to play the entire 4 quarters, but bearing anything tragic, this should be over and a victory for Lights Out. I got to be thinking what this is going to do for Lights Out lab partner Stiffmeister's confidence, who's going up against Serious Mo next. Anytime you see your lab partner put on a performance like this, it usually does wonders for your confidence. So that's going to be a great game we have coming up between Stiffmeister and our defending Madden Challenge champion, Serious Mo.
This is a game you do not want to miss, folks. Serious Mo is the reigning Madden Challenge champion. He's trying to become the first ever to go back-to-back here at the championship. He wants his name in that record books as the first ever champion of Madden.
And winning this tournament is going to be huge for whoever falls. I mean, EA just announced that they're giving away $1 million worth of prizes for Madden 17. These players know that they need to establish themselves early, and they want to be, you know, the front runners to be involved in those events. So there's some added pressure to perform in these events, knowing what's at stake going into next year.
Real chance to cement his name for Serious Mo as we go into the next generation of competitive gaming here. $1 million for Madden 17. Right now, though, these guys have a lot to fight for. Once again, $50,000 in prizes here at the Madden 16 Championship, and Lights Out wants himself a piece.
Hell yeah. Let me wet beak on that.
3rd and 5, Tony Romo sends out the toss. First time of the day, Miller can't squeeze through. Clock's gonna tick down, but Lights able to get a field goal at least.
Yeah, it's a chip shot right here for McManus.
And if you're backstage, you're Stiffmeister, you've spent all this time labbing with Lights Out. You guys have similar game plans, you guys similar defense, you know, you all kind of practice together. If you're Mo in problem, you watch KIV. You give him credit for coming out here. They went 3-0 in group stage, and this kid's just starting his rise. I bet he was very excited about the announcement yesterday. He's going to have a lot more competition because I saw a lot of the community. I saw a lot of people, even my own brother, who I can admit is not very good at Madden. He wants it. He wants a shot at the million. He's coming back.
Everybody wants to wet beak on that millie.
All right, Manziel goes across. Calvin Johnson gets his feet in and inbounds. A nice game right there.
Yeah, KIV just continuing to, and I like that about KIV. He's continuing the fight every drive. He's trying to put it together. He's obviously discouraged, but he's not, being too visible about it. It doesn't look like he's having a super salty attitude. And this is, for someone that young, that's the attitude of a champion, especially early on. And I'm sure we'll see plenty more from KIV, as this competitive Madden scene continues to grow and evolve.
Very stoic, very great defensive mind. He's known for creating some great pressures and really known to be the catalyst for some of his crew getting those blitzes and learning how to bring that pressure.
Oh yeah, he made our QA team's job a lot easier once we bought his ebook. He had all types of scummery in there.
Lorenzo Neal gets off on the wheel route, and he's able to pick up a nice completion here, grabbing up some spare yardage here, tally up those numbers as he trails right now. 41-21, lights out, representing New Jersey right now in the second game here of the quarterfinals. Underneath has the playmaker. Manziel wants more, though, goes downfield, 1-on-1. Herman Moore, hang on. Touchdown.
Okay, young KIV, way to stand up for yourself. You still might be in this.
And Lights thinking possible.
And the little onside kick action here.
She's still at the 2-minute warning, still got one time out. It looks like he's gonna try and kick deep. Fortunately, Lights Out changes his formation. For the fans at home, how do you change your formation right here at the screen?
You simply press the X button. It pulls up an audible menu, and you can select from there what button you want to press to return left, right, or middle.
Super easy, guys. If you're ever in an online game, make sure that you know that command. It can save you. Right there, Lorenzo Neal sneaks out of bounds harmlessly. Lights Out looking good, in control. One more drive to finish this thing off.
But KIV didn't go for the onside kick. What he's going to try to do is force Lights to go 3 and out right here, get a quick score, and then go for the onside kick. If you're KIV, the key right now is you cannot let Lights Out get a first down.
The run that worked so well for him here, Lamar Miller, run commit there from KIV, an aggressive defensive play, takes it to the 2-minute warning.
Yep, if you're KIV, you just got to continue to sell out and stop that run. And he's still in this game. If he could get Lights to punt this ball and get a quick score, it's going to come down to an onside kick. And if he was to recover that onside kick,
this place might come down if the onside kick is recovered.
And you know what else would come down? Lights Out's heart. It would fall straight into his toes because he would be nervous on that one. But still, we got a long way to go to get to that point. KIV has a 2nd and 11 and needs to prevent Lights from getting this first down here. Look at him selling out.
J.J. Watt will need to be tough right here. It looks like he's got Clowney lined up in the middle, ready to slow down, and he runs up the middle. Will it be a toss? It is, and Clowney runs through.
Wow, flying in, KIV. What a play. If you want to talk about goal line defense, that might have been some of the best goal line defense I've ever seen, Falls.
Clowney screams in on 3rd and 15 to make it a 3rd and 15 right here. Clock stops, minute 57, and if you're Lights Out, you got to get this thing going. You can't try and get the first down, can you?
No, I don't think you go for the first down here. I think you got to run the ball. You got to make KIV score touchdowns and make him get the onside kick, which, it's all difficult to do.
Very, very tough. We'll see if he goes with that run game. Lamar Miller one more time to keep the clock going. Indeed does. Turn it upfield, where he's going to take all 30 seconds that he needs right now to punt downfield. RG, if you're trying to punt, you want to pin him to the sideline, you want to go deep downfield. What's the strategy here for Lights Out?
I think I want to pin him towards, pin him on the sideline, get it out of bounds. Don't give him any opportunity to get any momentum with some nasty kick return or something like that. Let's just play it safe and get stingy and make him work to get into that end zone.
1 minute, 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lights Out looking to advance in the Madden 16 championship right here. He's got an early lead. Deion Sanders jukes, but he runs into his own man on the ground. He had a lane, he had the edge, and KIV unable to break it open, but still in business.
Prime time almost got busy on that one, and KIV is staying feisty, Falls. I might have not, at his age, I didn't have the mental toughness to fight through this type of adversity. I'm really impressed with him trying to keep himself in this game and not giving up.
Manziel throws the rock away. Lights Out just a minute and 11 seconds away. 71 seconds left from the next round. 9 years of preparation for these seconds right here as young KIV comes out in the shotgun split close and looks to go downfield to get himself into field goal range, give him a chance at an onside. There it is. Brandon Cooks
He's
behind the defense.
Oh!
Can't rack catch in only the second emotion from KIV right there, and it's sadness.
That 99 speed Cooks is a monster, Falls, and he motions him over there to complement that post route. We've seen throughout this tournament that post route streak combo from the same side of the field has been extremely deadly in these players' offenses.
3rd and 10. Needs some yards to pick up field goal range. It's going to be coverage. He's got it. Herman Moore, get out of bounds. Do you take the points right now, RG?
No. You have to score a touchdown right
Got to
here.
get 2 touchdowns here.
A field goal doesn't do anything for you. You need to score a touchdown in this situation.
Needs it.
If he was to get this and then get the onside kick, oh my goodness, Falls.
In the red zone right now, young KIV fighting. 60 seconds. His tournament life on the line. Shot at the championship. Shot at the $20,000. Falls to the ground right there. Manziel just 25 of 39. Does have a prolific passing numbers, but most of it coming with the lead, without the lead. But still trying to fight to get back in play action. Manziel goes to Herman Moore, and he comes down with it 1-on-1.
We got ourselves a ball game. It's going to come down to an onside kick, and Lights Out's heart's got to be beating like it's a Looney Tunes episode right now. Oh my goodness, Falls. This is intense. This is intense.
KIV.
This is big.
Colquitt, onside kick.
This is it. He's got it.
Lamar Miller, who else, hangs on to the onside kick, and Lights Out is going to kneel this thing out. What a comeback performance from young KIV right there, just to get back in and give us that moment right there. Lights Out, though, too tough, hanging on.
Absolutely. Young KIV showed so much maturity in this game, staying in it, fight until the very end, and who knows if he was maybe an onside kick recovery away from coming back from a more than 21-point deficit. I got so much respect for this kid. I can't wait to see him back. But the story right here is Lights Out, 9 years in the making, is finally making his run at accomplishing his dream and becoming a Madden champion.
Right there, we've seen it. We see him take those headphones off. We saw some celebrating. We will be hearing from him hopefully after this game. We're going to look at the highlights. If you're young KIV, you don't go home empty-handed first off. And not to mention, you didn't have to go to your high school graduation. You know, your grandma comes up, pinches you on the cheek. You have to sit outside. It's hot out. You get your diploma. You proved instead this week that not only